welcome to an all-new review of Married at First Sight. Man, I'm very disappointed in last night's episode. I mean, that shit was long and drawn out for no reason. Like, I was really expecting finale night. I wasn't expecting it to just be what it was. I'm very disappointed. And this week we're going to do something a little different just to get through it because we're just going to recap, and then when finale comes, then we'll go through each individual couple because last night was just pointless.
It was.
Or was it? Or was it? Let's hear it because Miss April Love has a theory on her favorite couple, as you know, Jacob and Haley. So let them know.
I have been rooting for them, and I'm just going to say that last night they looked the most promising out of all of them.
They did.
But we still don't know. But what finally hit me in last night's episode, and we didn't do it last week, but they had the game night, and they knew each other more than the other ones. And it finally hit me. The reason why I feel like I was rooting for them is they seem like, as a unit, the most mature couple. As a unit.
Right, as a unit. I
agree. The other couples, they were cool and all, but they like, what's her name? Is it
Clara? Childish.
Virginia?
Childish.
Vinny?
Childish. We're going to get back to him in a second.
Paige and Chris, both.
Just weird.
And when I looked at them, he was the oldest of all the guys. And while she was on the younger side, she seemed just more more like established in life compared to the other ones, except for Bree. Bree was pretty established, and that's where they're struggling. You can tell, but they just seem more like ready for that type of transition. And as I was watching them, even though we were listening to them having their issues and her saying how she just does not like this and does not like that, I feel like they were just more promising to me because they were not going about it the kiddie way of, or what they call like dopamine. What is it, dopamine, when you like get with somebody and you feel all these good things and then it wears off.
Right.
They were coming in with all the bad things and all the things that they needed to work on as individuals. And just listening to them last night, I was like, this is why I saw this. I saw this whole thing kind of unfolding of, okay, him saying, well, I do have bad style, you know what I'm saying? Or her saying, I don't really have patience and this, that, and stuff. And when I feel like they were able to really articulate some solid things that they liked about each other, as opposed to the other ones who just came in and like, oh yes, I'm so happy with him.
Right. And I'm still not a fan of Haley. I probably never will be. I don't, even if they do stay together, I don't think that they're going to last. But I do believe that on decision day, they probably will say yes, because they need more time. They want to see where it goes. So I think on decision day, they will say yes, and then after that, it'll be a wrap. But yeah, I think they had sex. Like, do you remember that scene where at the end, and he was in the kitchen and she came out, and then she was like, last night was good, and she took a drink of her coffee, and he was like, yeah, I think they had sex.
Oh, you think so?
I do.
Oh, Lord.
I do, and I've been saying that the whole time. Give him another chance. He might surprise you.
You know what? When they did leave off, it was giving some real good.
That's what I'm saying.
Good intimate vibes took place. So
I think that they did it. And I think that that's what the problem was all along, is what I've been saying. If she would have just gave him another chance to make it right. The first night was nerves. He didn't know you. He was like, new stranger. He's about to get some pussy. Probably ain't had that long time. And, it was a bad night. But I think that it was a good night last night, because her attitude was definitely different.
It was very
That's
different.
what I'm trying to say. So we'll see. Let's move on to my initial favorite couple, Bree and Vincent. Can we talk about, before we get into anything, what the hell were they eating last night? It looked like a damn dinosaur on his
nose.
Wait, did you see the spine?
Yeah, I was like, what is it?
I was like,
it looked expensive because it had to be because I was like, what is that?
It didn't look appetizing.
It did not.
I don't
but
care
it was
how
like
much. It was huge.
It looked like a show, like a maybe like for exhibit, like you would put in a museum.
Like
but he was cutting through it.
T-Rex on his plate. I was like,
and it was like curled around.
Yes, it was like a whole lizard tail.
And it was bright.
It was very off-putting. Another thing about it was last night when they were at dinner, and she was like, "You look dapper," and I could tell that he was struggling to say, "You look nice," because
it was on his face.
It was on his face. He didn't want to say it because she was giving exactly what he says he doesn't want. That boss bitch look, or that her assertiveness. It was in her whole outfit.
It was because I remember looking at it like, oh
yeah. Like,
now she was a fly thing when I saw her boots.
The boots was everything. The boots was everything. But that upper part was like, nah, sis, what the hell? But I don't know if she did that to be petty. But that was not the look. That wasn't it at all. Vincent is. I understand what he's saying. But I also understand what she's saying, but at the same time, she contradicted herself. In the beginning, she was like, I do want somebody to lead. I do want somebody to take control. And now she's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to change.
Myself.
Like, make it, pick a struggle, sis, because it can't be both. Like, he's trying to tell you.
You don't even want kids, so you got to deal with your attitude.
And you're not giving him no kids? So I understand his frustrations wholeheartedly. However, he needs to get his emotions together.
I would lose it.
Like, you're upset because she said you're unorganized?
No, but...
And then you tit for tat when a shots fired say you was turned off by the boss. That was just
was hard.
Yeah, man. Why you had to say that?
I didn't ask for this.
Right.
I was like...
He was like, and that's the thing. That's his problem. He's a tit for tat, and he comes fully loaded, clip all the way loaded, just... Bow, 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 bow. Like, there's no way out.
He not gonna convince me that he didn't cut her hair to be tit for tat.
When he did that was my reaction. I was like, no, he didn't. He really cut her hair. I mean, it was the braids, but that place is expensive. You don't do that.
But look, she go through them hairstyles. She remind me of you. I was like,
but
how many hairstyles she had?
But how are you gonna do that though? He said it was a surprise and he said it was really good. So why did he think that was a good idea? And then he was like really embarrassed afterwards.
I know, like you could tell the way he got up and left and was like, yeah nice knowing you.
But I was very shocked at that, him leaving like that. It's like, damn, no kiss goodbye? He must really, I personally don't think that they're a match. I thought so in the beginning. I was so strong, Brie and Vince, but they're just not a match. If he's saying he can't handle that type of personality and she's not willing to change.
But this is the thing. They're not a match because we're seeing it on camera. Like on camera, when the camera's around, he looks like he is struggling for his life to keep his composure at times.
Yeah.
So my whole thing, I would be scared if the cameras are not around, how far he will take it, because if that's what he's giving on camera, knowing that people are watching, then off the camera, you a bitch and
he's
more stuff.
Real slick with the tongue.
Yeah.
He's real quick with it, and he's gonna give it to you, and it's not gonna be pretty, and Brie ain't gonna be able to handle that, and it's just not gonna work. They're great individually, but together they're a mess. They're not a match. But I have a feeling they're gonna say yes, and they're gonna try, and then it's just not gonna work. Let's recap Clara and Ryan. Let's talk about them dirty ass socks that they zoomed in on. Production is so petty.
I saw that. I said, why did they do that? They wanted us to see. First of all, they real petty with her.
They are.
Every time she says something, they show the clips of her basically being a liar.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
So when they hit the socks on them,
I was like, oh my god.
Not on the pillows.
So dirty. I was like, ew. Her socks. Okay, let's just get off her socks because I was gonna go on and on about the socks. So, in the bed, like it's just the whole thing.
Yeah.
She's just
they're fake. Both of
They're
them
both very fake, but I feel like at decision day, he's gonna be like, sure.
Yeah,
It's great.
But
he was giving last night.
I was like, who is this?
He was like, hold on, sis. I say we was gonna be together after this. Like, she was really putting it out there.
And I was like,
he was knocking him out.
He was. I was surprised. I was like, okay, right.
Everybody was showing their true colors last night. Virginia was giving.
Virginia was off the
I was like, oh my God.
unhinged.
She was. When he was crying, and she was like,
her eyes like that.
yeah. Like, I was like, oh my God, Virginia. And then she just kept giving it to him over and over.
She was unhinged.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, he was choking up.
He
crying,
was.
Oh, I want to be with you, woo woo, and this is it. And
she wasn't having any part.
Do you believe in soulmates?
Right.
So your ex-wife, I'm sure you thought that was your soulmate. I mean, I don't believe in soulmate. I don't think that there's just that one person. Like,
Virginia chose violence last night, and she just was not holding back.
The whole way, I was like, this man is crying.
I was surprised that he didn't snap. He said beat her.
Listen, because he looked like he was struggling when he was crying, and then you can tell that shift when she rolled her eyes over and was like, oh, you ain't ready for what I'm about to say, and she started talking. I could see his face like. Eric hang tight, man. The cameras are here, bruh. She is unhinged.
He was upset.
And then it was like, oh, we had a good night when they was home. I was like, you lie.
Lies. Why do they keep lying like we can't see you? We can see you. But the thing is, like, why wait so long to be, like, I just feel like they have so many issues and they're not really laying it out there. They're doing it and then they're taking it back and just want to have a good time. Sweep it under the rug so that they can just enjoy each other. But you can't really do that in a marriage. Like, you just can't. And, like, even last week when they were at the beach house and she was talking about her cat sleep with her and everything, and he's like, you know, but I was like, damn. She's like, if you die, you die. Like, I don't give a fuck. My cat's sleeping with me, period.
They haven't been sleeping with me all this time, but they're sleeping with me. Like,
it
was just ridiculous. And
like,
I actually got on Twitter, because I don't be on Twitter for whatever. I actually got on Twitter to see what people were saying. And it was hilarious.
It was so funny.
It was like, yo.
Because I tweet every Wednesday. We be like, hey, Married at First Sight family. And we just be going in. But the tweets be so funny.
They do.
It's just, Virginia really surprised me last night.
It was really giving unhinged. I was like, Virginia, like, this is borderline, like.
It seems so unnecessary almost.
Like. It's giving like you want to hurt him.
Yes, that's exactly what it was giving, because nothing was wrong.
It's like, this is not even, nothing's happening, boo. You want to hurt him.
I think she was holding it in and then it just came out.
No, but like, she don't want to be with him to the point where she wants to hurt him.
Yeah.
Like when she did that roll of the eye when he was crying, like.
She didn't give nothing. She didn't give him anything. She was just like, yeah. And I was like, nothing? I mean, he's a psycho, but.
When I saw her eyes roll over, I was like, oh, bruh, this about to be bad. She about to just say some unnecessary.
Just another boom, boom, boom. She just finished him he might as well just died at the damn table.
But he didn't.
He didn't. Like, he held it down. He don't want her to go. He
and
really
I'm trying to
her.
understand, like, why. Like, first of all, he is going to, I don't think that, I don't know.
She's going to stress him the fuck out.
But he is going to be even more hurt by it, because I think he is willing to do
anything for her.
For her, and that's where it's like, I don't know if she just doesn't like him, if something happened off the camera that really triggered her, or if she is just self-sabotaging to the point where it's beyond her, because it's like, this doesn't even make any logical sense.
Right.
She's not even home all the time. So all the things that you want to do, if you want to be laid up at your homeboy's couch, you could very well do that. that.
do
Like,
it.
you could be out with your friends. You could be doing this.
I think that is it. I think she does self-sabotage.
That's what it's giving, because it's like you're going extra hard.
Really, really hard.
Like, first of all, he has a nice place. Let's get that. I get that you want to have a hour space and not
he said he's going to give that to her. He's just asking her to move in temporarily. Like, these made-up issues that they have.
You've been gone for you're always gone from your cats, apparently, because you're sleeping at your homeboy's house after you get drunk at the traveling
club.
Here. You're not home.
She's just making excuses. She is self-sabotaging. It's sad. It's sad to watch, but Eric is like crazy scary to watch, because I'm like, I feel like he's just really one day will turn around and be like,
but you know what I'm saying? To watch, because why are you so pressed for this shorty? Like, I would be sitting there like
you don't even know me.
Did I just cry and you just did?
Right. It would have been a whole check, please. I'm done. Cut the cameras. Cut it. Yeah, this was it was I guess informative, because we got a lot of different personalities out of these people.
We got a lot.
Very surprising reactions from every single couple. So next week or 2 weeks, they said, right?
Yeah.
Before decision day. I'm just ready for it to be over, y'all. I'm so tired of these people.
The previews though with Paige crying, this is too much. Have y'all been dealing with each other off camera?
They probably have. I wouldn't be surprised.
I was just like
I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
why are you guys here?
It's right. They shouldn't even show them. It's been perfect without them this whole time. No one missed them.
Too much time.
Too much time. No one has missed Chris and Paige. But they've clearly been messing around off camera, still trying to make it work or whatever. And I'm sure that they're probably gonna stay together. It's gonna be the freaking shocker of the season. Not really, but yes.
It's weird.
It's gonna be weird. Like, that's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you, Paige.
I'm eager to see what Bree and Vinny are gonna do. Those are the ones that I think everybody has such high hopes for.
I did.
But as soon as they got to the house and I saw kind of that switch, I kind of was like, I don't know, man. He flipping out over dumb stuff, and she is annoyingly like.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not a good match. I really don't want them to stay married. Like, I loved them together in the beginning, and now I'm like, it ain't gonna work. Those two personalities. He wants a submissive wife. He wants a wife like Paige. He wants that. But he doesn't want the way Paige looks. He wants a Bree body and face, but he wants a Paige personality.
How do you know he didn't like how Paige
because
looks?
he I don't know if he about her face, but he likes petite girls.
Oh, he likes
petite girls. So I feel like he would want, if Bree had Paige's personality, there would be no issues. He would be in heaven.
Oh, and she would have been too.
Yes, but it didn't work out that way. So I just think that they need to just, call it quits. She's not giving him kids, or she doesn't know she wants to give him kids, and she's too assertive, or she's not willing to change that, even though in the beginning she said she was, or she wanted somebody to lead her, and now he's trying to lead her and she doesn't want him to lead her. It's all wrong. It's all bad. But we gotta wait 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks to see these results. So we just gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I'm really only rooting for Jake and Haley. So
well, I'm not rooting for anyone. I think they all are disasters, and I think that they just need to cut their losses and say that was a great show, and use the exposure for new things. That's usually what happens on reality TV. They become stars.
True.
So yeah, we'll see. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Hey y'all, it's your girl Vee.
And your girl April Love.
And we are your hosts of Love Unlocked Talk.
If you like what you saw, please subscribe, like, and comment below. And let us know what you want us to discuss for future episodes.
Also, please follow us on Instagram at Love Unlocked LLC for updates.